Hello and welcome to It Was a Movie. This is Colin.
This is Niall.
This is the movie Assault on Precinct 13 from 1976, not the remake from 1990 something with Morpheus. And Ethan Hawke, right? I can't remember.
Yes. I've actually seen that one. It's actually quite good. I actually had thought I'd seen this one before. I may have, but I must have been really drunk because I can't remember it.
I don't think I watched this one before. I think I would have remembered it due to a certain number of scenes in it. Anyway, this is a John Carpenter movie, obviously. He of Halloween et al. This is 91 minutes, so it's not too crazy long. We have a bunch of actors, a couple of interesting actors. Austin Stoker as Lieutenant Bishop, Darwin Joston as Napoleon Wilson. We never find out why his name is Napoleon. But we've seen him in another movie.
Napoleon Dynamite?
No. He was the clerk in the factory in the dream that he had in
Eraserhead, yeah.
Yeah. Which obviously it's not visibly noticeable.
Nobody in any of these movies really did anything else. Apart from Mr. Carpenter, clearly did quite a lot.
Well, Tony Burton, who plays Wells, he's the corner man in every Rocky movie.
Oh, Christ, yes, that's right. And to be honest, he's possibly my favorite actor in this anyway, so I can understand how he went on and did more stuff. He's quite good, I think, anyway.
Mike Tyson's Knockout, the computer game, has a similar looking character that's like in your corner after every round. It's like, go get him.
No, I've never played that game.
Just Mike Tyson's Knockout in an arcade? Bloody hell.
Never played it once.
Like at the last level, you're playing somebody that's 5 times bigger than you. You're going, you're trying to give him an uppercut 5 feet above you.
Put more money in.
Yeah. 2 actresses in this movie are very good. Laurie Zimmer is Lee, who plays a more substantial role than Nancy Kyes, who plays Julie, but she's obviously the Halloween actress who has a bigger part in Halloween.
I like her in this. I like her willingness to sell people out. She's fantastic.
One more actor that I need to mention because I'm a fan of Seinfeld. Charles Cyphers plays Stoker, the dude who takes him on the bus and says, "Oh, let's stop because he's sick. Let's not drive 6 hours. Let's stop off at one of the precincts." There's a episode of Seinfeld called The Hot Tub, and he's one of the rowdy Houston Astros staff that comes to talk to George, and it's very funny. Anyway, I didn't know that until I read it up today. It's good. Box budget was $100,000. I don't actually have the numbers for the box office. I'm sure it did okay.
I would imagine it did okay.
Modestly well, maybe. Yeah. IMDb has it 7.3. Rotten Tomatoes 94% critics. Metacritic 89 for critics and 7.5 for users. First introduction of the movie is amazing because it's just credits and that amazing music. I love the music.
Which I love that it's not only is this written and directed by John Carpenter, but he also scored it.
Yeah. He did it over 3 days or something.
Yeah. There's a whole theme and a motif in it. Like he really, it's not complicated, but he reuses the same motif over and over again. He uses it to make tension as well. So he's talented monkey.
He does it for tension, but then when Lee and Napoleon are sort of getting a little, "Oh, I like you" sort of stuff, he kind of tones it down and changes the instruments, and it's very noticeable. That's the same tune. What was the thing that he said he took? He stole basically the tune of it from a famous song, 2 famous songs, 2 famous pieces of music. Oh yeah, wow. Led Zeppelin. That one. So you can see
the immigrant song. Yeah,
immigrant song. So you can hear that sort of twang through the actual.
It's the bit where he goes, "Ah."
Yeah,
he could have left that bit out.
Yeah, he could have. That was just total thievery. It starts off violently because you're obviously in a lawless part of LA, and the cops just kill 6 dudes.
Yeah, I like that the cops say stop and then to shoot them anyway.
Yeah, they didn't stop, but maybe if they held their hands up, they might have not shot them with shotguns, looking down on them in a kill alleyway.
It's a kind of like a kill box. They just massacre them, which is quite a nice way to start a movie. It sets the sort of feel for it.
Yeah, you're kind of thrown headfirst into a movie where violence happens at the drop of a hat. So we get a soft introduction then to 4 dudes who take like a blood oath and go, remember the 6 or something like that, and get set off on their rowdy way to kill
one of
people.
them's definitely Che Guevara.
Yeah, he looks like him. It's interesting that they noted later on saying, oh, it's very unusual that it's multi-race gang. It's like, it is multi-race gang.
I think that's quite nice.
That's lovely.
They're all getting on together.
They obviously did their diversity training in their gang initiation.
Everybody brings a different thing. He's got a switchblade. You've got a gun. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, somebody's got a silenced pistol, semi-automatic pistol.
There's so many Lugers.
Yes. The Luger, the weapon of choice of all bad bastards. Yeah. So yeah, there's not a lot of dialogue. It's just sort of, we're bad guys. We're gonna swap blood and head on out to shoot.
You gotta put your blood in the blood bowl, or otherwise it's a mess. It's just anarchy.
Yeah. They want to get revenge on the 6. We don't really know what their plan is at the start, but things go sideways later on. So they suddenly sort of go, let's just go after this dude. And but we'll get to that. So we do get a introduction to Lieutenant Bishop, who is sort of, I don't know, he's very underperformed, just a sort of laid back dude. He loves an
whistle, doesn't he?
He does love to whistle at doesn't he? He did at the start of the movie and at the end.
Yeah, which is nice. I like that.
Death.
Might as well whistle.
Peril. Yeah.
Whistle while you work.
He's saying sorry to Napoleon as if, That's interesting. We'll talk about that relationship later and how that evolves quite quickly. Obviously, it makes a lot of sense, but in some movies, the ending might be a little different and Napoleon might be led away and go through the tunnel and escape. But
nope.
No. So to build up to the actual craziness of this movie, the main sort of plot is that this precinct, it's actually Precinct 9. I was like going, when's Precinct 13 coming into play? They named it Precinct 9
or something. There was a 13 in there somewhere. It just wasn't.
It's Precinct 9, Division 13 or something, but it's not Precinct 13. So I don't know. I was like waiting on him to go to the other precinct after cleaning up this one. So, okay. But yeah, anyway, so Lieutenant Bishop goes here to sort of look after its closing off, and that's the precinct in the title of the movie.
It's the last day of the precinct. It's going to be super easy. Just chill back. Just like 2 people on duty. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Don't worry.
Yeah, so we've got Lee and Julie there, and that's sort of one thread of the plot. Then we get the other thread of the plot with probably one of the most shocking scenes in cinema history. We have a dad and a daughter going. The daughter is a good actor, and I think she's just a daughter of a production crew member or something.
She's pretty good.
She delivers her lines really well, and then she takes her death really well too.
Yeah, I wanted a vanilla twist.
Yeah, here's the twists.
Yeah, I actually love how she's shot. She's doing flying backwards. There's no weird, stupid fucking physics thing going on. She just goes, oh, plump. Perfect. Lovely. No notes.
It's a fascinating sort of part of the plot where the ice cream man in a van is just noticing this car. He's packing too because he's in LA.
Yeah.
But he's just noticing this car full of 4 dudes, who are the 4 dudes who made the blood pact, just wandering around in their car, and they're just suddenly just going back and forth. I don't know why they're fascinated with the ice cream van either, but they do come up to him and they do give him a whack, and the girl had gone and got her ice cream, and as you say, went back, unfortunately, because she got the wrong flavor.
Yeah.
It's weird because the guy with the gun just pistol whips the guy, and then you're like, oh, he's not going to kill him. They're just going to steal the van for something. I don't know. For ice cream.
Nope.
I scream, we scream, she screams. Well, she didn't scream.
No, she doesn't. She just kind of keels over.
Yeah. She's actually, no, she's...
Her dad screams.
Yeah, her dad's in a phone box at that moment, and he just runs up, and yeah, he's distraught, and the ice cream van man just goes, gun, under the dashboard, and he chases after them, and this is the impetus for the entire movie, is because he follows the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse in their car and shoots one of them. I didn't think he would die that easily. It's interesting that all the baddies are like no faced, sort of, they don't have any dialogue, just demons, really. Like, just
I love it. I think it's kind of
we don't humanize them.
They don't even. I think they're kind of meant to be the other. You know, the concept of the other type of people, the problem. You know, the baddies. Yeah. And I love that it's completely. If you're going to do something, just do it right and not give them any character. Just set them up as the opposition. Either that or give them a backstory and make it really detailed. One or the other. True. And this shallowness is actually useful here, I think.
And all they do is just use that first scene where their crew members get gunned down as the impetus for their direction they're taking, but then they get a little bit askew because the dad chases after them and kills one of them, and then they chase him to Precinct 9, aka Precinct 13.
13, yeah.
And this dad just becomes this dialogueless piece of meat through the rest of the movie. He just gets carted around. At one point I was going, who the hell is that guy they took out of that thing?
Oh wait, that's the dad fella. Yeah, because he's kind of catatonic. He's monosyllabic. He's just not saying anything. He's mumbling every now and then.
I think Lee or the other lady said something. He mentioned something about his daughter getting shot, and
everybody's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So it's sort of lots of randomness of violence at the start of the movie just to set it up, and we don't really know what the gang want. They wanted something happened, then they want something else.
Yeah, I suspect, and I think the movie kind of hints at it, they want nothing. They just want chaos and revenge. But revenge is kind of, not even revenge at the people that killed their people at the start. They just want chaos.
Yeah. So you think that start of the movie where we're now in Precinct 13 with Bishop, the 2 women that worked there, and the dad, that's a good enough setup. We do have another thread, new plot with Stoker, taking the prisoners, Napoleon and the other 2. One of them which is sick. That they're taking him to prison, and then he says, "Oh, he's sick, so let's drop him off at this precinct and get a doctor."
That was a mistake.
Yeah, so they're now in the police station right now, and then the assault happens, the aforementioned assault.
Yeah, out of nowhere. It's great. Yeah, oh yes, so it's the father figure chap. He's mumbling away. One of the cops goes, "There's nobody out there." Takes a dander out to have a look. Yep.
Silence was a go-go.
Sorry, I tell a lie. He goes out to get to the radio in his car because they went to phone somebody and the phone's just cut off.
Yeah,
suspicious like.
The assaulters cut the phone lines and cut the electricity. And they're in this really empty area of LA. So there's nobody around.
I love the emptiness of it all, though. Like it looks run down by itself, but it's just empty. There's plots of land. There's no houses around that are occupied. I love that feel of it. The isolation really builds up. It really helps with the tension.
Yeah,
it's very smart, I think. And even inside the building itself, everything's been removed, or half the stuff's been removed, so there's no real furniture. So that's great as well.
Yeah, it's a perfect sort of recipe, perfect recipe for a sort of constricted, a defensive position that they have, and sort of like if you think of the movie Zulu, when they're being surrounded and they just have they've got the guns though. Exactly. We're only supposed to blow the chuck and spear. Yeah, but so I think it's interesting. We have Napoleon, who I think he's a murderer. I think it's led to believe that he's
killed
a murderer.
Multiple people, and he won't explain why he killed the people. He also won't explain why his name is Napoleon. He also wants a cigarette really bad.
Yeah, he's constantly asking for a cigarette. He gets one once from
He
Lee.
just get the one, yeah. That's why he's quite fond of the lady later on, because she gave him a cigarette.
He loves Lee, yeah. But you're led to believe like he's got some sort of moral compass because although it's just personal, you know,
he
defense.
respects people who respect him quite clearly. So it kind of infers that what he did that was really naughty, and is the reason because he's on death row.
Yeah.
So there had to be a reason to it. It kind of infers that a little bit because none of his actions throughout the movie are without logic.
Yeah, it's mainly so. I think it's Wells, is it? No, yeah, it's Wells that's like going, I'm getting out of here. I'm just going to jump to the nearest window and get out of here because this sucks and I'm just going to be in prison anyway. So
he might as well have. He might as well
the way
have.
it ended up. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a siege movie for the majority of it. Like for the 1.5 hours that it runs for, it's you're dealing with a siege. You have technical, you've got the phones and the communications broke down, and then the use of silencers is good because then, okay, they're leading the prisoners out to say, right, like Stalker's like going, I'm bloody out of here. This place sucks. There's there's nothing in this place. So they're leading the prisoners out, and all of them get killed apart from Wells and Napoleon.
Yeah, because it's automatic fire. Because this is one of the things I said at the start of the movie is that a bunch of automatic weapons have been stolen. So all you hear is glass smashing and bits of wall being ripped off, and then a bunch of dead prison guards.
Prison guards, yeah. Like there's 2 prison guards. I don't know where the driver went, actually. He never left the bus.
I'm assuming he's dead at this point.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, there's a big, when that attack happens, there's quite a prolonged effect of the bullets on the offices, and papers are flying and wood is chipping and the glass is falling. The shutters are rattling. Yeah, it's very good atmospheric shot, and it sets up the tone then that the entire place is just ready for an attack because there's no windows anymore.
Yep, no windows. All your papers are ripped.
Oh, oh no.
Yeah, Lecky's off, phones are down. Yeah, you're screwed. And you've one gun at this point.
Yeah, I think
before they managed to get into the little locked box.
Oh yeah.
Because that's his pistol.
Yeah, I think the second wave is coming or something. No, the first wave hasn't arrived yet. It was just shooting up.
They just shoot the place up. They're
making entries basically.
Yeah,
and I think Bishop says to Lee, "Let him out. Give him a gun."
It's not a bad prisoners.
Idea. Well, he's gambling that they have self-preservation as opposed to killing the cop.
Yeah, well, he's by himself with a little crappy gun. He needs some help.
Yeah, when the shit hits the fan, he just starts. They couldn't open this bloody box 10 minutes ago, and now he's like going.
He was more motivated.
True. Yeah. So they get a shotgun and a sort of rifle out of it, and yeah, there's another prolonged sort of maybe couple of minutes of just shooting people.
A lot of people come in windows.
Yeah, it's very quick cuts. It's just boom, boom, cutscene, boom, boom.
It put me in mind of many a zombie movie that I've watched throughout the years. Something like.
Well, that's what Carpenter said. Yeah, Carpenter said he was inspired by Night of the Living Dead. I believe that's the one when they're in the house and they're just being bombarded. Yeah, and westerns. He wanted to make a western, but didn't have the budget. So all
Rio
of this
Bravo
is sort of
style thing is mentioned there, I believe.
Yes,
it has that vibe, all right. It definitely does. If you got a western and a zombie movie, crammed it together and stuck in some cops, you get this.
It's a good idea.
Yeah,
siege zombie cowboy movie.
And the bad guys might as well be zombies for the amount of emotion and dialogue they get. They don't even say brains once.
No, they're faceless, voiceless. We see sort of long distance shots of them running towards the precinct through the car park. We see them kind of walking slowly with cars and everything. We don't see a lot of close-ups.
There is a horde of them. There literally is. There's like 50, 60 of them easily.
Yeah, at the start you've got 4, and you're going, okay, are the 4? Well, 3 because he shot one, and the dad shot one.
You can't siege a precinct with 3 people. Wait, there's a lot more.
There's a lot more. And they they kill it. I didn't count, but they kill a lot of them on that first wave.
Yeah, Napoleon mentions it was a dozen at one point. So the first wave was 12 people killed coming in the window.
Okay.
And there was still a shed load left.
He unloads on them coming through the window.
It's a lot of shotgun shells. This is why there's no bullets left. He was double tapping everything.
He was double tapping, yeah. The interesting thing is as well, in the next couple of scenes, is that they say, well, and it's sort of maybe a weak point for me, is that I know they're in a very desolate area and stuff, but like maybe 5 minutes later they're going, where are the bodies? To clean them up.
A lot of exposition in this piece. That did strike me as well. They're explaining to the viewer why there's no things outside, why the bus is gone, why the car's been moved back into position. I would have preferred that didn't happen and we have to fill that blank in ourselves.
Yeah.
Not all of us are idiots. Maybe just me. But I think we could have guessed that bit.
Yeah, or they could have had the place condemned and have had a traffic barrier for a block around, and he had to open it up himself, and there was only like 2 caretakers there, whatever. Didn't need to really.
Or what I would have loved to see actually in this scene is they're pinned down, they can't get at the window, and have a cop car drive past to move everything back. The cop car looks around and goes, well, it looks fine to me, keeps going. Because they do that later on anyway.
They do it later on, there's no real tension to it.
Yeah. So if you do it earlier on, just to show how smart the faceless bad guys are, that they've thought this through, I would have liked that. A small note, because I generally don't have too many notes on this, but that one did strike me, yeah. It was too much exposition, too much talking.
Yeah, well, they had to do something in between the attacks, I guess, and
That's
so I
true.
think they're talking in between. Like there's obviously, unfortunately, the other Julie gets shot in that little attack, and she's just lying beside Dad, dude. Yeah, so she was a good character. She was critical of everything, but
why don't we get rid of this guy? They just want him. Just put him out the front door. I don't think they were going to survive it regardless. They weren't going to go, okay, thanks for him. We're also going to kill you now.
Yeah. They were after the dude, but they're also after just cops in general. Just Jew. And they were like, this is great. The guy's in there. We hate cops.
It's a twofer.
It's a 2-for-1 offer. It's great. So yeah, like we're talking in between like Bishop and Napoleon and Lee, and sort of having that triangle of, no, it's definitely not friendship, but it's sort of like, well, we're in this shit together. Let's figure out what we're doing here. And Lee does great because she's at the back in the prison ward and they're coming through the back corridor and she's just going boom, boom.
Oh yeah, boom. She doesn't think twice about shooting people in the face. She's excellent. She was doing it earlier on in the second wave as well. Like they all are. They're all going nuts. I like that. Is it Wells? He's shooting as well. Later on, he finds out, oh wait, I never loaded my gun.
There's no bullets. Yeah, that's when he's sort of saying, I'm out of here. And then Lee is like saying, blah, 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 giving him a pep talk and blah, blah, blah. And then she looks at the gun and goes, it's not even loaded. I wasted my effort on doing that speech.
It's a great line. It's a great line. Why did I bother? You can't shoot me.
He is a bit of a laugh about it. So then they come up with this plan where there's a manhole cover out there. Who's going to do this? I don't know. I've never played hot potato before.
Potatoes. I have no idea what it is either. Clearly, it's a thing. I like that it's quite childish, and these are hardened criminals.
Yeah, and like it's interesting too. The shot he takes is sort of like a face-to-face, side-on shot, and it's taken seriously in a camera angle point of view. But it's kind of fun. It's kind of the only lighthearted moment that's in the movie. So Lee. Is it Lee? Yeah. Lee, no, Wells. Sorry. Wells. Sorry. Wells goes through the sewer and the manhole cover and hops up into a car. And in the meantime, there's some part of it actually when they're looking through the window. Sometimes
they've
the window.
Seen him.
Yeah, but sometimes the angles don't make sense to me. It's at one part they're like going, oh yeah, they're coming up or whatever, and it's like. Then they're looking at him. They're going, oh, they're coming up, and the camera perspective of them running towards the precinct is just my brain just went, that doesn't make sense. But then I just went, whatever, it doesn't matter.
I love when Bishop says he's going to make it. That's how you kill somebody.
Mm-hmm. That's a nail in the coffin.
I love how he's killed, though. I love how Wells dies. It's proper horror, you know. It's proper Halloween style.
Halloween.
Yeah, Jason pops up from behind, and does him in. The glass breaks on his side on the door, and he's like, "Well, maybe somebody just broke their window.
Maybe the window just broke.
No. Sorry, buddy. You're not escaping just now."
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big. So then they're like going, all right, we can't go upstairs. It's too open. It's like, really, is it?
I'd be upstairs. Sorry, lads.
Like so they choose the basement as their last stand, which is because there's a narrow corridor, and you can keep an eye on the tunnel because they know about it now.
Not a terrible idea. I would have went upstairs.
Yeah, because the staircase is another tunnel.
Yeah, it's a kill zone. Just stay there. Shoot them in the head every time they pop up, or bonk them on the head with a stick.
The only reason why they survive is they're very, very lucky to remember that, all right, well, there's a can of gas and we've got flares, so we could.
Yeah. They thankfully they mentioned it earlier on. Oh, good job nobody shot that earlier, says Bishop. Look at that. That could have exploded.
Yeah. So they do end up down in the basement for the final hurrah.
Yeah. And I like the idea. They've got the big lump of wood as a
sign,
like a riot shield in front of them.
No, it's a sign that says something like, it's quite ironic because it says something about police. It's like careful police or something like. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. I'm okay with this scene. Like, it's a bit ridiculous that they held off 50 people with a lump of wood, effectively.
Well, that's the thing. Okay with it. It's fine, but two things. One, it felt like there's maybe 6 people there. There wasn't like a whole corridor. I wanted to see another camera perspective of the entire corridor just filled with these people. Yeah. It was really close-up camera angle perspective from maybe the line of the sign was, and maybe it felt like there's only 6 people. And then when afterwards, but anyway, second thing is none of them had guns. These guns just disappeared in the second act, the second half.
Yeah, where
are
all the assault rifles?
Yeah, where's the silence weapons that we've heard all thing? But now they've got pipes and rubber hoses and stuff.
Rubber chickens.
Yeah, rubber chickens. That was the comedic high point of the movie.
Absolutely downgraded all their weapons at this point, and they're just coming out with sticks.
I'm guessing it's good. It's okay. It's realistic. Maybe they just fired all the shit.
Yeah.
At the start of the movie, they just wrecked up the entire precinct. So they're like, oh, we just used all our guns up.
If they'd used guns at this final scene, the 2 main characters would have been dead in 30 seconds. So,
yeah.
Okay, let it go.
There could have been some exposition there, but oh shit, I heard them clicking out there. They don't have bullets left. Click, 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 click.
Yeah,
no.
Something.
Maybe. Because it just felt weak then. It just felt, oh, this is a bit of like a letdown that they're not actually bringing any. Oh yeah, and they're throwing Molotov cocktails through. Oh, it's Molotov cocktails. Why are they doing that if they're coming into the building?
What does a Molotov cocktail sound like?
Yeah, exactly. But Bishop knew. That's
he knows. He knows what a Molotov cocktail sounds like.
To see it's got his ears. Oh yeah, I'm experienced.
That's definitely a Molotov cocktail. That's not any other type of cocktail. That's not a Long Island iced tea or anything.
Yeah, but they're chucking them in, and you're like going, you have to come into this building. Why are you chucking Molotov cocktails in?
See, that's one of the reasons I thought maybe don't go upstairs, because if you're not controlling the entranceways, they can set fire to the building and you die. Yeah. And then they go into the basement and then trap themselves under fire. So the guys could have just let the place burn down.
Yes.
And just sat outside. Because it's a siege. Usually in siege warfare, set fire to it, sit back, have a cup of tea. But then we wouldn't have our standoff. So, and we did have the Jaws moment at the end.
Exactly. It's actually very Jawsy. Yeah, he's got 3 bullets left, and he has to shoot the glass. Shoot the gas.
Smile, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, and so like we get that perspective of the gas exploding. We don't get the effects we get from their perspective, and it's just like a flash of light, really, and a bit of shakage. And then when we have this very subplot of the rescuers, 2 cops. It's not like Die Hard, you know. when he comes to the plaza and there's a lot of tension. They just come in, drive around, and one of the cops is going, I feel something weird about that place. And they stop and blood drips on their car. We could have done something better there.
Yes, like
really could have
body
on the trunk.
Unfortunately, they're on the ground floor though, so they hadn't gone upstairs. So it's kind of hard for them to do that.
The equivalent of the Die Hard scene.
Yeah,
would have been great. I
Welcome
appreciate
to the party.
Yeah, pal. I appreciate the tappy and it's raining. Nope, it's blood. It's electricity, dude, that got shot up there because they
phone dude,
whatever.
Yeah, but he's raining blood down on the car though, so that's the main point. Yeah, tappa.
Yeah, so that's sort of how. At the end, it really doesn't matter because everything's done and all the cavalry come in and it's all over anyway. But that's the thing. They step across the bodies in the corridor and it's like, there's like 6 bodies there. It's not 50. It's not 60.
It does show a scene briefly of people legging it though.
True.
So some of the bad guys.
They weren't in the corridor.
They were the guys outside going, just let it burn down, you idiots.
What are you doing running in, you fucking morons?
Yeah. The smart ones.
There's always levels of intelligence in every organization.
Yeah. Send in the turnips.
Yeah. So yeah, they and actually Lee has 2 bullets in her gun, and Bishop's like going, all right, when they come through the sewer thing that Wells went through earlier, shoot him in the head. And only one comes through. It's like, bit of a waste of a attack route.
I know, but he died coming in, so he's kind of half in, half out the door. So he would have got quite busy with corpses.
Perfect. It would have been perfect.
Corpse barricade, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. Then I would have smashed them on the head when I ran out of bullets.
Bonk.
Yeah. And the dad, by the way, the dad is still in this room and he's just going,
This is a nice comfy blanket.
He basically, like, when his girl got shot, he didn't hear it because of silence, and then he's just processing it now. Basically, he's catatonic with grief and shock. Still.
And he's got a nice comfy blanket. He's not taking that off or anything.
True. So it's Lee, Bishop, and Napoleon left at the end, and it's good because Lee's been taken away in a stretcher. Oh, we've got a stretcher for you. Actually, the hospital, the ambulance dude, is a lot more fucking. He's an asshole. He's a lot more.
There's a bloody stretcher for you. Get on the effing stretcher.
It's got a stretcher for you.
Get on the stretcher.
So she looks at Napoleon, and they've got like a moment of what could have been if you weren't a murderer. She walks out, right? And we get a long shot of her walking out and up the stairs. It cuts back. The ambulance guy is still in the room, and he's just looking at the 2 guys going, and walks out. He's
such a dick.
What are you so angry about, you motherfucker?
These guys have just been assaulted by like 50 people with assault weapons, and you're being a dick to them.
I don't know why he's so mad. It's like, all right, do your job. Sling your hook. You're supposed to walk with the ill person that's shot in the arm.
Even the police officer tried to take away Wilson.
Yes.
He was mildly obnoxious, but nothing compared to the paramedic.
Well, Bishop's going to that, go, get the fuck off. I'll walk him out.
I'll walk him out. You go to prison still, but I'll walk him out.
Yes, sorry, Napoleon.
And they have a nod to each other. Napoleon knew it was always going to be that way anyway.
Yeah,
now off to death row with you.
Unfortunately. Maybe you'll get a bit of relief from... I would like to think Napoleon is a person who killed somebody who murdered his family or something, something that warranted his murders.
He ate his neighbors
with some fava beans.
They looked tasty. That was his logic, and I'm going to stick with it. I like that. He was hungry.
Okay. So he's an asshole.
He does say he's an asshole at the start.
Yeah, and he said something about his somebody said to him once, death is around you, or some...
Oh, that's right. Some sort of preacher tells a man when he's a kid that death is your friend or something like that.
Yeah.
And I believed him, so I killed people.
Yeah. So our characters at the end, Lee, anything changing for her in her life moving forward? She's going to new precinct following that.
She'll have a bandage.
She will have a bandage, and then she'll write letters to him on death row and go, "I love you."
I'm sending to Siggy's now.
Yeah, here's 100 packs of smokes.
Oh, wait, you're not going to get smoked tomorrow. Oh,
yeah, oops. You'll be smoked before you smoke them. Bishop, I think, will obviously get promoted, and he'll have his own good precinct probably.
Yeah, he's not going to stay there anyway.
No, I think he'll write a letter of what happened and in support of Napoleon and go, listen, I know he's a murderer, he killed 500 people, but
he's really good with a shotgun. Maybe kill him quicker.
Yeah, just don't torture him. Give him a nice cell. Give him some cigarettes because he's constantly fucking looking for them.
And somebody please ask him why his name is Napoleon.
Yeah, because he never wants to say. I thought there was something clever would come out at the end. Maybe I thought he would die a heroic death, but Napoleon didn't die a heroic death. He just died in exile, right? But that's what he's going to do. He's going to die in exile, aka prison.
No,
Alcatraz. He's going to Alcatraz, just like Elba.
Death by lethal injection the next day. That's what I want to hear.
I don't think they did lethal injection in the 70s. That was just a modern, beautiful way of execution in the 90s or something. I know, let's inject them instead of electrocuting them and
dwindling,
shooting them. Yeah. Good movie. Enjoyed it. I think I was kind of tired today, but I still got through it, and I think the ice cream scene woke me up on what the hell.
Yeah, like even the start scene is quite violent, but it's not shocking. The kid being shot and just falling backwards. That is a wake up slap across the face. Because I wasn't feeling this movie until that happened, and then I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
It was kind of plodding a lot, actually, a little bit. Even when Stoker went to the prison to get Napoleon and stuff, I'm like, going, come on, if I can speed it up.
Yeah. And I think this is an intentional device. I think he's left it empty to make it feel empty.
Mm.
And yeah, you could rip out some of that, but I think he wanted that in. That's my guess. Or maybe he needed to fill 100 and whatever minutes for this to be a proper sized movie.
I think there's a lot of dialogue in the movie that happens that could be a little bit more. It was the second movie? Yeah, it was the second movie. Dark Star was his first run. Yeah,
and that wasn't really a movie, let's be honest. That was more of a college project, but looks of it.
Like Eraserhead.
Yeah. So this is a proper movie. His first proper movie. With a very small budget.
Do you ever think back to Eraserhead and go, there's something there that I need to watch again?
No. But be honest.
Just because one of the actors in this is in it, I was like, Eraserhead. Did we have it wrong?
No.
Just checking.
Listen, it was kind of interesting. Eraserhead has definitely had a style. But I'd prefer a movie like this where we can follow an arc, a story.
Yeah.
Eraserhead's just mad.
It's crazy. It's crazy for craziness' sake. All right, plot. Where are you going? I haven't thought about it. It's in the trees somewhere.
Yeah, it's not groundbreaking. It's not new because he says himself he's copied a bunch of stuff. He's just rammed some stuff together. Still good. Yeah. I'm going to leave it on 3.25. It's good.
Yeah, I'm throwing it up between 3 and 3.25. I'll give it 3. I think siege movies are siege movies, and there's not a lot you can control with it. Could have been a bit more polished around some edges, just regarding exposition and a little bit more clarity on the surroundings.
I'm happy he doesn't give a face. Well, he has a face to the bad guys, but he doesn't give a character to them. He doesn't give
that's good.
Weirdly, sometimes I give out about stuff being not developed. I'm delighted he didn't develop this. Just leave it shallow.
In the 90s version, do they humanize the siege people coming towards them?
There's more motivation to them. They're in to get somebody out, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Simplified it for the 90s audience.
Yeah. It's like, again, it's still a good movie. It's got a great cast. It's got Lawrence Fishburne, who I adore. And Ethan Hawke's pretty good in it too. But I prefer this movie over that, weirdly.
Yeah. Acting. We've got Austin Stoker playing Bishop, sort of controlled and calm throughout the movie. Darwin Joston plays Napoleon. He's sort of like a Western character, actually, the way he delivers his lines.
Yeah, he's a gunslinger.
Humor, a little bit. Dry humor, a little bit.
Yeah,
charming, a little bit. Doesn't act like a murderer.
He's a very charming character. He's the most likable character in it, to be honest. Him and Wells.
The only thing he does anti-establishment is trip up the warden of the prison at the start with his chain. And I thought that was funny. I thought it was fine. Good for you.
Again, it kind of implies,
because he smashed him in the head earlier.
It kind of implies what he did to get himself on the death road was revenge on something.
Revenge on his mother and his wife and children being murdered by the very gang that's assaulting the precinct.
I thought you were going to say he killed his wife and children because they stole his Cheerios.
No, his children stole his smokes. That's why he's constantly asking for them.
Yeah.
Dialogue is minimal. Bishop and Wilson sort of just get together. They don't really talk much about their lives or what they're doing because they're constantly under stress of being under siege.
They're busy.
So we don't really have a lot. Lee and Napoleon talk a little bit, but it's a lot. There's a lot said, unsaid, though.
Yeah.
They look at each other, and he goes to her and cares about her and wraps her gunshot wound up and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's good that nothing happened because that would be stupid. I was just waiting at the end for her just to kiss him and leave. And it's like, no, please.
Delighted that didn't happen.
Yeah.
We don't like that sort of shit. Cheapen the moment, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's a good movie and acted well. I'll give it 3.5 for acting, actually, because nobody underperformed. I actually really liked the girl that got shot in the ice cream. She actually did well. She was like weirdly smiling a lot, which was kind of fresh in the movie because everything else is just violence and shit, and then she meets violence. But yeah, she did a good job.
She possibly, actually, now that you mentioned it, is my favorite out of it as well. Like, she's in it for like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
But she's very good.
Yeah, there's a lot of dialogue between her and her dad that's just day-to-day, daily. They're going to get the nanny or something to come back with them. And it's just a little snippet of a deep plot that's happening there, and we're just getting a little bit of depth. And she's kind of cutesy and blah, 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 and making her dad laugh, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, oh, ice cream.
Yep. Ice cream kills, man. Ice cream kills.
Yeah, not just the full fat, but...
Yeah, I'm going to give the acting here... I'm going to stick with 3.25 again. There's quite often...
3.25 movie.
Quite possibly. There's quite often stuff happening where people are running around and not a lot of acting necessary because it's quite a violent movie. So all the bad guys, they're not really acting, let's be honest. They're just...
No.
Doing stuff.
I'm glad they don't have a lot to say because I'm guessing they're not the best actors.
They don't strike me as the best. No. I could be wrong.
The way he puts his Luger down the back of his trousers was not well acted.
No.
He could have shot his buttocks off.
I would have liked that. Anyway.
Ow!
It's me arse.
Oh, me arse. Well, you shouldn't have shot the girl then. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm going to stick with 3.25 on this. Let's listen to four main characters, brilliant. But, well, maybe not brilliant, but good.
Yeah, they're fine.
Perfect for this movie.
Yeah. Sound brackets track. This is a movie where a lot of fake footsteps happen.
I was thinking you were going to mention this, and it's quite loud at points. Yeah.
The girl even had clacky footsteps on the way up, and I seen her shoes. They're not clacky shoes. On the way up to the ice cream van, it's like she's wearing high heels on marble, and I was like, fuck off with your stupid footsteps. Having said that, fine, I love the music. I love his synth sting. I would give it 4.2. I'm going to remove 2.25. I want to give the soundtrack 4 because it's amazing. It just stuck me from the start of the movie. I loved it. I'm
going to join you there. I actually did get annoyed by the footsteps. First time ever in the movie.
Good. Where it's happening.
You're affecting me here. Where he's walking into the precinct for the first time. There's a shot of him, and his shoes are so effing loud. That annoyed me. I'm going to go 4.
And when he goes up the steps, they're so clever because they make it like scuffing. Then it goes back.
Yeah, it was too much. It's a small thing.
Enough.
Now, it's like that fucking Wilhelm scream now. I can't miss these things.
Wilhelm scream, fake footsteps.
But as you said, the synth.
Bane.
The synth work and the tension build up with the synth.
Love it. Love it.
Chef's kiss.
Love the synth.
Perfect.
Yeah. And the way he mutates that synth build up throughout this movie in different scenes for different atmospheric purposes. Great. And directing, I think he's made a lot of. I'm going to stick with 4. Well, maybe. Actually, there's a lot of great choices in this movie. I'm going to give it 4.25, just because of the different shots, the different choices he made, the scene of the girl getting shot. I read that the board were like going, the ratings board were like going, you got to remove that, and they said, okay, well. And then he didn't. So he just
good. Stick to your guns. That's a very important scene in this movie, in my opinion. I think he makes nothing but great decisions in this, though. Like $100,000, no budget. Let's be honest. This is like, as you said, the cinematography is quite simple, but it's very effective. Choice of shot is very good. That scene where they're shooting up the place, great. Yeah, I'm going to give 4.5. I love it in terms of direction.
Yeah, I could have given it 4.5 because I'll just keep on thinking about that scene with the girl, and I think that scene just basically opens up the entire movie then to what's going to happen. Up until then, it's sort of laying the foundation.
It feels run of the mill up to then. That changes everything straight away.
Yeah, because then you're going, oh shit, this is a movie where anything can happen because the girl just got shot in the chest, basically.
Yeah, with no motivation.
With an ice cream.
There was no motivation to the kill. It was just
malice.
Yeah.
Great. Probably a very influential, seminal movie for siege movies, and just sort of like Die Hard probably is influenced by this
Under
movie
Siege?
as well.
No.
Under Siege. I'm sure there's a movie called Siege.
Yeah, what was I thinking? This wasn't the first Siege movie, obviously, and it's certainly not the last. But I think it's one of the most important ones in terms of its influence.
Yeah. Variety gave it 70. Novelty of a gang swearing a blood oath to destroy a precinct station and all inside is sufficiently compelling for the gory-minded to assure acceptance. John Carpenter's direction of his screenplay after a pokey opening half is responsible for a realistic movement. I agree with the pokey opening half until the pew. Time Out London gave it 100. Carpenter scrupulously avoids any overt socio-political pretensions, playing it instead for laughs and suspense in perfectly balanced proportions. The result is a thriller inspired by a buff's admiration for Ford and Hawks, particularly Rio Bravo, with action sequences comparable to anything in Siegel or Fuller. It's sheer delight from beginning to end. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. That's all we'll read about the reviews. So yeah, good movie. I would, if you're a Carpenter fan, I'm guessing you watched it already, but if you haven't watched it, I would certainly do so. It's a good...
Yes, absolutely. And it does feel very Carpenter.
And actually, I was just thinking, like, harping back to the ice cream scene again, not a lot of scenes shock you anymore, really. And that does. It's 2026. We've seen it all.
Yeah. That's why it's amazing. Because I love it. It was
a lot of movies will just skirt around the hard choices and the really explicit sort of parts of scripts. Yeah, no, let's not do that. He was like, no, I'm going to do that.
It's right up there with killing a dog on screen.
True.
Like the John Wick scene where the dog gets killed. Like up to there, it's just a standard action movie, and then somebody kills a dog.
But the dog doesn't get shot on screen in John Wick, though.
No, but even the implying a dog getting killed annoys me. It shocks me.
Above a 10-year-old girl in an ice cream van.
Yeah.
You've got your priorities sorted.
My priorities all messed up, yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's cool. If you want to see a girl get shot, watch this movie. And if you want to like us on the platform you're listening or watching us on, please do so. Leave a comment if you want. We'll see you in the next episode for more children getting shot in the face. Bye.
Cheerio.